with Connie, and we are here at the Ridge in Eden with Jarrett Nightcamp, the owner of the Ridge, with all of our fighters that are going to be fighting in just 4 weeks now here in Eden at Ultimate Battlegrounds for 24. So we are having like a Sunday dinner with everybody here, and the Ridge, Jarrett and his wife are sponsors of our guys, and we're going to have weigh-ins here also the day before for the pros. Still working on those amateurs. But Jarrett's got a few questions that he wanted to talk to you guys about, so you guys keep eating, and I'm going to hand it over to Jarrett.
All right. So guys, welcome in. We're just going to, like she said, ask a few questions, get you real comfortable, and see what you got. What gym are you guys fighting with? Kamikaze. Since the Empress over there didn't pick up on that. You guys full yet? You know, there's a buffet, so you got plenty. We just want to just ask you a few questions that everybody wants to know as they're coming in, you know, or if they want to sponsor you and know who you are and know who's fighting. If you're considering your home turf Eden, then we're proud of Eden and we want you guys here. So when I ask you a question, if you'll just tell us your name, your weight class, and how long you've been fighting, and then you can just follow up with the answer. So we'll start with the guy with his mouth full. No, I'm just kidding. So first question to you is what is your biggest strength you feel like in the ring? And then secondly, how do you leverage that with your opponents?
I feel like my mental strength is like my biggest thing.
Your mental strength, okay.
Yeah, because it takes a lot of mental strength to get in there and face somebody just as good as you or even better than you. But nobody's better than me.
Nobody's better, that's right.
Yes, sir.
And what's your name, buddy?
Jacob Heiss. Jacob Heiss.
Heiss. And what?
My nickname is El Tortuga.
El Tortuga, so you're the turtle.
Yeah.
All right.
Talk loud.
All right. But that doesn't reflect anything in the ring, right?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Sometimes when I get in the cage, it's like everything just goes back like I'm 0-0 again. I'm like, man, like it's crazy. So I gotta be calm and tell myself that I'm the best and nobody can beat me.
That's right. That's right. There's only one person in the ring. You're the only one that can beat you, right?
It's me, the ref, and the other person.
That's right. What weight class are you fighting for?
155 right now, but I'm trying to go to 145 eventually.
Okay.
I got to take the tips from Tommy because he's going to 45.
And how much do you weigh?
Like out of camp, like maybe 175.
Oh.
The highest I got to was like 185.
Oh. Okay. All right. And do you know your opponent yet?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
His name's Patrick Schaefer.
All right.
He's 3 or 5 mixed martial artists.
Okay.
He's got a lot of experience, so I'm ready.
You ready? So what do you have that he may or may not have? How do your skills match up?
I don't think he has nothing.
Okay. All right. No skills. That's good.
I think he's just average mixed martial artist, but he's not average. We'll have to find out. The cage will say.
Last question I got for you. Do you prefer on your feet or you prefer on the ground?
Whatever they give me.
Whatever they give you. All right. All right. What's your name, big guy?
There's a private one too.
All right. And what weight class are you fighting for the upcoming fight?
155 also.
Okay. All right. Would y'all ever fight each other if it came down to it?
No, never, man.
Never.
Stupid, you know?
Okay.
They done enough of that growing up, you know?
So just out of curiosity, do you have any type of rituals or superstitions that you do before the fight?
Yes, I stayed night like in the dark shed.
Okay.
24 hours.
With the lawnmower or not the lawnmower?
No, just in the darkness. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. Get the mind right, you know?
Okay.
Like no media, no
distractions.
Yeah, just me in the darkness, you know?
Very cool.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's my understanding you guys are the newest additions to the Kamikaze gym, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Did you guys fight in 23?
Yeah.
In 23? Here?
No, not yet. This is gonna be like my debut.
Okay. Excited. Well, welcome to Eden. We're glad to have you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Heard really good things about you.
Just want to let you know this is very good.
Thank you very much.
Around here, this is by far the best place.
Wonderful. Well, tell all your friends, tell all your family, and they can come in anytime, and we'll have them all weekend.
Yes, sir.
All right, moving on. Tell the camera who you are if they don't already know.
I'm Tommy Quasi. I fight out of Kamikaze MMA and Fitness, and Eden's been my hometown for a long time now.
Apparently got some fans back here in the corner too over here.
I'm his fan.
You're his fan? Okay. And what weight class are you trying to get to?
So a while back I was 145.
Okay.
I gained a little bit of muscle. Don't know how I did that.
Right.
Went to 155, and now we're heading back down to 145. Corbin's laughing because it wasn't only muscle, you know. I don't eat salads out of fight camp.
Okay.
Though this one I would eat out of fight camp.
Okay.
Quite good. But yeah, fighting 145 this time. I have the lightweight 155 title for Ultimate Battleground.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna try to push and get the 145 title.
Okay. So you're the reigning champ in the 155.
Yes.
Right on, but you're not fighting 155 this go round. You're
Not
trying to
this
get into
time.
145. So the key question is though, Tommy, is how much do you weigh today?
That's a secret.
We're hovering around 160, maybe give or take 1 or 2 pounds there.
Okay, so then that brings me to another question: is what does your regiment? I'd say from now to the match, what is your training regiment going to look like from now to then? Because you've got a ways to go.
Right. Pretty rigid. I go to work every day, and then immediately after work go teach the kids class, and then for 2 hours it's nonstop. And per Corbin's inspiration, I'm doing double rounds now in kickboxing, so it's the full hour now of working out before the full hour of working out, you know. So we're getting 2 straight hours, and then weekends, you know, Friday training, Saturday training, try to take Sunday off, rest up a little bit, eat some delicious food.
Well, as much as you can, because apparently it doesn't sound like you can
eat a little
right
bit
now. Right. So I'm gonna ask you one of the same questions: is do you prefer on your feet or do you prefer on the ground? Where is your major strength?
I guess kind of like Jacob said, wherever the fight takes me. However, I always like to tell myself that I want to be a stand-up fighter. I want to stand and bang, but you know, I'm very comfortable taking it to the ground the moment I get hit because no one likes getting hit.
I guess you will.
Fair enough.
So the moment I do get hit, we like to think about, you know, our escape routes.
Gotcha. So guys, endurance is real important in this sport, right?
Yeah.
And I'm asking the question out of naivety in a way, but when it comes to endurance, do you prefer to be on the ground or do you prefer to be on your feet?
On the feet, baby.
Ground.
I can circle, keep distance, I can keep my hands down, breathe. On the ground, you're connected. You can't go. You have to either balance his weight or carry my weight, and then I have to control where your body goes. I never get a chance to just breathe. So I hate the ground. I hate it, and that's ironic.
So what's your name, buddy?
I'm Corbin Manley. I fight out of a Kamikaze MMA Fitness, Battle Bro of Atomic Quasi. So I'm purple belt in jiu-jitsu and I wrestled in college. And I have 3 submission victories out of my 3 fights.
Wow.
But I only chose to go to the ground in one of them. But my opponent chose to go down for me. And it's like, it's cool. I'm really good down there. But I'm not trying to prove to be the best on the ground. I'm trying to be the best all-around fighter I can be. So it's like, I want to stand and fight. And I want to give people a show because that's what brings people into our sport. That's what allows us to have a sport. And if you don't want 4,000 fans standing and screaming and clapping their hands for you, then lay on the ground. And you know, lay down there and let them be like, this is boring. Or we can throw the hand cannons and the leg kicks and let them go. And we can all be like, we can learn to like glorify like a great fight and have our takedowns and have our things. But that's not what sells tickets, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to entertain people, not win fights.
Okay. So, just out of curiosity, you said your 3 wins were all submissions. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
What was your submission move? What was it that made them?
So I kind of took Habib's blueprint of the fulcrum choke and blended it with a rear naked choke. So I intentionally lock around your jaw, on the bottom jaw, around the chin, and I essentially just try to take my hands like this, and I try to rip no space in between. And normally people tap, but the idea is that if they don't tap, I break their jaw and I choke them at the same time. So I'm from around the way. I'm leaving with some, as Denzel Washington said. You know, if you're gonna beat me, you're gonna earn it.
Right.
You're gonna pay the price.
You know, and I think it's interesting, and I don't know if everybody shares that, but in anything you do, I mean, we're all considered self-employed, whether you're a fighter or whether you're a chef, you know. And yeah, we can run restaurants, but it is about the entertainment. It's about the wow factor, and so I think that's important to understand. Is no matter what you do, if you're doing it to be mediocre, you probably shouldn't be doing it. Would you agree with that? And the hours that you spend in honing your skills, whether it's as a chef or whether it's a fighter, reflects on the table. It reflects, you know, in the ticket sales, if you will. So I appreciate your honesty in bringing that into the fold. So I guess the next question is again, what is your biggest strength, and how do you leverage that on your opponents? Is it the submission holds, or is it?
I like to think it's my IQ for the sport. Like, I've wrestled for a very long time. I've been grateful to study under like brilliant coaches, like world champ coaches, Olympic champions for wrestling, etc. And you know, just having like good jiu-jitsu guys around me, I really take the time to like break down movements and understand like where the position is going. And so the reaction speed is like, if he has a great right overhand, he's an orthodox fighter, he has a great right hand. Instead of training to beat what he's trained so well, how about I train the next 4 positions? If that's what he's worked for him and he stops there and then there's a gap or there's no movement after that, train for that movement. So yeah, you might hit me with that right hand, but I'm prepared. I now can go to plan A, B, C, D, whatever the fight may entail. I didn't just train for one thing. I trained for the entire fight. I look where your feet were. What do you do when your back is against the cage? What do you do when you're winning the fight? What do you do when you're losing? You know, like there's so much to fighting. I think I just had the IQ to be like, I see this. I'm in.
So is it like a football game and football players? Do you guys watch, once you know who you're fighting, are you watching videos and yeah?
3:30 in the morning.
Okay, so it's in a
with my head above my head, headphones on, just.
Hey, that's great.
Sorry, babe. Sorry, I know you're sleeping. Why are you so sweaty? It's like, you don't understand. This dude beat me up.
I had a fight of my life.
There's gonna be people watching this. They're on film and on the internet.
So what weight class are you specifically fighting?
I fight at 145.
The 145. So if I took you and compared to other 145s, you've actually got some height and some arm weight.
Yeah.
Is that?
I'm skinny fuck.
Is that an advantage for you?
I think so. I'm long and tall.
Right.
And a lot of long and tall people in the 45 weight class prefer to be strikers. So I think it throws a lot of people off that when they're like, all right, I'm going to get inside and I'm going to take them down.
But they got to get inside first. Right?
Come on, I love it. Because I'm an inside fighter. So I had 2 stepbrothers growing up. One turned out to be 6'8" and like 210 pounds and basketball player. The other one's like 6'7", like 210. And you know, so I am a big guy in the gym or in this weight class, but fighting my older brothers, I had to get inside. I had to learn how to wrestle. I had to learn how.
So you were the short arm.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So whenever somebody shells up and tries to break in, it's, come on, this is my wheelhouse. I wrestle, I grapple, I do this stuff, so I'm not scared of it. If you want to do it, we're doing it, you know?
What's your name, bud?
So I'm Cody Roberts, also fighting out of Kamikaze MMA.
Well, how long have you been fighting here in Eugene?
So this will actually be my first official amateur fight. I competed in the last fight camp. My opponent didn't make weight, so we got bumped down to a semi-ami.
Okay.
We had to wear headgear and everything. So
Who likes it?
No,
None of them like headgear. None of them.
Everybody had to wear headgear this year.
In the gym, they have to wear headgear so they don't lose any more brain cells. We lose enough.
You wear that all camp so we don't have to wear it in the cage.
So let me ask you this while we're on that question. Is it a wake-up call when you've been training with headgear in the gym, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's what that felt like.
It's for sure different, but I think the types of gloves you use really. So like in our gym, if we ever use the smaller gloves, it's always light striking, just because we're not trying to hurt each other in the gym.
Right.
Trying to get the work and make you feel the urgency, but it is in a way a wake-up call because it's way different when you're getting hit with this much padding straight to the face rather than your headgear and then their boxing glove. It's, instead of like that jarring, like it bounces your head back feeling, it's more of like you just got hit with a stone ball, the size of a fist.
And that's actually in the cage. That's what they're using.
Yeah.
The small gloves, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cody, tell me a little bit about the 48 hours before your fight, your mental preparation.
So the last one, I didn't have too much. I mean, the main thing for me was just, the whole experience. It was just, like I said, my first time last time. It was awesome getting to watch them. I knew it was, Tommy was defending his belt. Right. Corbin had a big night that night. He won and then come out of the cage and proposed to his girlfriend.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
There was really no pressure leading up for me, to perform.
Right.
It was, that was going to be my first time, and so, it was all kind of, this is how I'm going to find out what to expect.
So that means that this is kind of your debut.
Yep.
Okay. Who are you fighting? You know yet?
I think we've got an opponent that's swapped a few times.
Right.
I can't remember this one's name at this time.
You haven't watched the video yet?
I've watched a little bit of video on him.
What's he bringing that not necessarily concerns you, but you're having to prepare a little differently than you normally would prepare? If you already know who your opponent is and you said you've already watched some of the video, is there anything he's bringing that you may say, I need to train a little differently over these next 3 or 4 weeks to be prepared for than I would have initially?
Not so much. I think it is a plus that, do have video on him, so do know, some of his style, and, Tommy and Corbin and all of them can help me, prepare for how he fights. I think the biggest thing is he does already have a fight in the cage.
Some experience.
He's got a little bit more experience on that big stage, maybe, a little less pressure off of him. Other than that, I think with the preparation and the, hard camp that these guys put me through,
cool.
If I show up, I don't think I'll have nothing to worry about.
So now the videos you guys are watching, are they, that's basically their last fights, right? So they've been training and improving 100%. Also since then. And that also means they have video on you.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So when you do that, do you say, all right, I need to get better here, here, and here, so they're probably not expecting something that they saw on the video as well, right? Or do you always try to find a new move in between fights so you have something? Yeah?
Something like that, yeah. Try to switch it up.
Switch it up. Well, guys, I'm not going to bore you with any more questions. So, March 14th here, weigh-ins. Let all your fans know, all your teams, families, bring them on in. And then fights on the 15th, right? I will be bringing a crew to check you guys out on the 26th, for that training night, just so they have an idea of what's going on in the background.
Yeah.
And, guys, like I said, you can sponsor these fighters, $25 a piece. They need all the help they can get. They're doing this for your entertainment. You heard him most. So let's get their names on. Guys, thanks for being here. How was the food? It was good. Wonderful. You guys come check us out at the Ridge. Thank you guys again.
Thank you.
Thank you.